Alright, so to start this project, I needed to remove all the old trim from around the window. I just simply used a hammer and I believe a little flathead to do the job. Next up, as you can see here, is to remove the little quarter round that was around the edges of the windows. And after the quarter round has been removed, I now go around and double check that all the nails have been removed. As you can see, my little apprentice offered to help, but then quickly ran away. Turns out my new apprentice just wanted to use the hammer. And now it's time to chip away the old carpet.
Whoever glued this down used way too much glue. Rookie mistake, guys. Don't ever glue carpet unless you have to.
The easiest way to actually remove the carpet was using just a simple hand chisel, and it actually came up pretty good. Now on this bay window, the carpet was there for our dog Joey, but unfortunately he passed away, so we decided to freshen it up a little bit. But he very kindly left a whole bunch of sand. As you can see, I am vacuuming up.
Alright, as you can see here, I got all the carpet up. I scraped a lot of it off as much as I could, just using a simple hand chisel. It seemed to work great. Now I'm going to go around on these edges here, where the quarter round was. There's still a whole bunch of nails, so I'm going to take those out. And then I will run my palm sander over, flatten it all out, and we should be almost ready for flooring. What you see here is the leftover residue from the carpet. I'm not too concerned about it because I'll do a thin layer of, I forget the underlayment for the laminate, just to give it a little more absorption and won't really affect this. So I just gave it a light sand just to take any of the rough edges off. All right, so after looking around the house, I actually found about a box and a half left over from our flooring, as you can see. So instead of buying new stuff, we're gonna continue the flooring we have upstairs and put it on the window. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna basically put all these together and then take my measurements and trace what I need to cut. Hi, Trisket. And then ideally I should be able to just piece it back together and put it on top and it should fit perfectly. So let's go. All right, so now I've got it all together. I had to push it up against the support so it wasn't sliding all over the place. So whenever you're doing your laminate, make sure you have a nice surface to hit against, or else you won't be able to connect the pieces properly. So now that I've got it all laid out, what I'm gonna do is take this angle finder I picked up from Home Depot, just a Husky one, and what it'll do is it'll help get the angles that are around the bay window so I can get a perfect fit. And then I'll take this angle, bring it back to the edge here, trace it out, and that should give me a perfect fit.
If only all projects went this quick.
Whoa, it's hot in here. Okay, so I got it all cut out. Thank goodness for my little shop vac caddy over there, because it would have been a mess, even more so than what it is now. So anytime you're working with tools and you can hook up a shop vac to it, please do. It saves a lot of a mess, better for your health, and yeah, then your wife won't get mad at you. All right, so now I'm gonna cut the underlayment for the laminate. What I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna lay it on top, and then I can just cut around it, and then I know it fits it perfect. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now that it's technically all one piece, I should be able to lift it in place. So we're gonna try it out. Huh. Okay, well, it seems to be that the angle in the middle is, I guess, too wide. So that means I just need to take that angle a little bit more, and it should bring it in. So let's try that out. So I fixed those two corners, and now it sits in there very nicely.
So I added the blue tape to just prevent any excess caulking that would go onto the laminate, and it actually worked out really well. You could have used quarter round here, but we decided to just do a thin bead of caulking. For the trim around the window, we actually had a whole bunch of baseboards left over. So what I decided to do was rip them down to a thinner width and put them on the wall. And after we got the top piece on, the two sides went on next, and then the bottom. After the trim was all up, we went around and patched all the nail holes. Now when you're painting trim, I find sometimes it's easier to paint the boards before you install them, but this time around I just wanted to make sure all the miters were fitting nice and clean, so I just decided to brush on a light coat and then roll a second coat, which made it look a lot cleaner. And with the second coat of paint dry, it wraps up this little makeover. The project actually cost us $0. Just kidding, I spent a little at Home Depot. And now we have a nice, new, durable bay window to sit at or let our dogs go on and won't get dirty. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more house updates.